crushers in here today. We got Cephalopod, we have Italian X, we've got AJ, Eluard, Icado. Maybe next time.
Oh,
it's
maybe
pretty
next time came through?
Indeed.
Oh, snap.
Indeed.
Got no buys this week, guys.
Oh, yeah. Full house today. Full house today.
Full house. The players are going to have to make their way up the tree this time. No buys.
I think your TV is still coming through, by the way.
Oh, Vanessa. We can turn off the TV. No, that's. Hold on, give me a sec. That's probably his iPad.
All right, chat.
Yeah, but if you're gonna turn it down more than. No, but he getting mad slow.
Papa, can you eat a little faster? Please.
All right. Let's see if any games are in. Not quite, not quite. We do see a bunch of people online, though, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, I got Unhinged on my list. I got maybe next time. Got a few people on my list.
You know, I think I want to watch maybe next time.
Maybe next time. All right, who's he facing?
He is against Master Dorn. Ooh, that should be a good game. Master Dorn, top 32. Maybe next time, number 33 for the seasonal qualification. He was this close to the top cut. Didn't quite make it. Rodnock says, can I get one of those infinity glazed donuts that the winners get? Hey, you got it, man. I'll overnight it to you. Thank you for tuning in, Jimmy. How's it going? Classic Jimbo. Literally one of my oldest friends that I still talk to on occasion. Every few months. When I complain about Call of Duty or something. We were like 15 years old. We met playing Call of Duty.
Damn. That is a
Yeah.
That is a long life relationship right there. That is a friendship. Jeez.
Alright. Icado in game. Maybe next time still isn't. Do we just want to head into... I might have just slide. I just slide. They got in game.
Wait, maybe next time? I got maybe next time. He's still online.
True. Do I need to use Lucian on one of your decks? No, you do not. No, you do not. The regular Riot Lock format. Hold on. No one can hear me. I'm muted. I'm trolling.
Oh, you're trolling.
I'm actually trolling. This whole time, I've been muted.
Damn, so I've been talking to stream? That's crazy.
You have been. Just know everything I was saying was very important, and you guys missed out. And I'm not going to repeat it. Anyway, thank you, Jimmy, again, for A, stopping in, and B, let me know that I was muted. But Cardo Loco, no, you do not need to use Lucian. He's just the picture we use for the banner. We're still waiting on the maybe next time game to start. Do we just want to hop into Ikaru's game? He is against RK Lem.
Alright, let me see.
If he adds you, let me know.
Alright.
If not, we can just wait on maybe next time. So we got the top, not the top 32, but we have a 32 team bracket with a few top 32 seasonal placers. We've got Master Dorn and Eluard, Dudu Denunu, and I don't think Flock signed up. So this is a Dudu Denunu list tournament and a Flock list tournament. Means we're probably gonna have a new winner unless Flock, or not Flock, Cephalopod is able to win it out. All right. With that being said, we're still waiting for the first game to start.
Yeah, nobody added. RK Leon, yeah, he didn't add me yet.
All right.
I have right now I have Italian X added. I have
Who's he playing?
Let me see. Italian X.
Don't have him added.
Oh, RK Elm just added me. You want to go into it?
I have the game client mismatch bug. This is terrible. I might have it with everyone. All right, I need to relog, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I need to update my game.
Oh, yeah, maybe
gosh.
next time just went into game.
Terrible quality here. Apparently, Riot doesn't want me to spectate today.
My guy literally just went into game.
All right, I'm trying to load up back in at ASAP.
And that's Master Doran, right? Yeah.
Oh, now my stream is dying.
Okay. Well, when you get back on, I got Master Doran.
New login stuff. The login screen is new.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I had already did that earlier.
This is sick. Okay. We like this.
And also they changed the logo on Twitch.
Oh, I don't think I noticed. All right, I'm getting to maybe next time side now.
Okay. They haven't gone in game yet.
Cool. All right. So let's see. While we're waiting, I want to see if I could find the lineups. We had got some drama going on between Icelot and someone else.
What you said?
The Invictor name. So we got Master Dorn playing Pink City against maybe next time's Scion Draven. Pink City is indeed favored against Draven Scion, whereas the Ziggs Poppy style stuff is not favored into Draven Scion. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we see the kind of end game here.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious to see how maybe next time is gonna work his way around this.
So the Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, so Draven Scion is favored into this, right? Because he has fearsome blockers. I mean, because he has fearsome attackers. Or is it...
No. Pink City deals too much damage too quickly.
Oh, okay.
It goes under, yeah. And as you can see, like, he's using things like survival skills and this get excited to try and take as little damage as possible, and while maintaining a board, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately for him, his hand isn't great. He's on a Decimate and a Captain Farron and a Scion. I think I'd like to see a Rummage come out. Although Draven kind of saves the hand, now he doesn't need a Rummage. Good top deck.
I mean, Master Doran has that. He has that double up just waiting. I'm just saying. That double up will really change the game, because four to face is nothing to scoff at, right?
Oh yeah, and Draven Scion also does not have any healing, and with no healing, that means that they won't be able to recover any of that damage, and they also can't deny that double up from hitting and killing their unit unless they're going to kill their own unit before the double up hits them.
Doey, your OBS Ninja, did you turn it off because it was hurting your stream?
I did not.
Oh,
Did it stop?
I think so. Because when I went to the browser, it just says share your camera and share your screen.
Alright, I'll repost it.
Yeah, I kind of see what you're talking about, though. It's like they do so much damage. Like,
Alright, the new link work.
Okay, thank you. Like, I see what you're talking about with Pink City. Like, they're able to output so much damage, and then also the threat of this double up is always lingering.
Right. At GP coming down, that's 5 overwhelm damage, pushing 3 if he's willing to trade away the Scion here. Ah, man. Plus the 1 from the Crackshot Corsair, there's 1 from the Landmark about to pop, and it's just a really tough matchup for Scion.
Yeah. It doesn't look like an easy one.
After this attack goes through, it looks like maybe next time we'll be down to only 7 if he chooses not to block the Gangplank here. He could make it 9 if he wants to block with the Flame Chompers. We do have to account for... Okay. So we do have to account for the landmark damage that's coming through, because Draven Scion isn't going to have a way to deal with that damage either. So it looks like he'll be down to 9 here at round start.
There you go. Okay. The link was working.
All right, so the kind of final route to victory here for maybe next time is dropping Scion and not dying immediately. Now, that's not going to be easy. There are things like the double open hand that might come out. In fact, right now, it comes out right now. GP should level up. I'm imagining maybe next time would be happy to pass. He's not passing, which I find to be peculiar. I guess GP levels up at round start anyway, so he's getting the attack in, hopefully killing a Crackshot Corsair or 2 in the process.
Yeah, that's probably the thought behind it, right? It's like, GP's gonna level here anyway, so he might as well trade off his units, get some free damage.
Right, exactly.
But this double up. Sheesh! That double up coming in hot.
Yeah, that will be 4 damage going to the Nexus, bringing maybe next time down to 5, which means Gangplank by himself attacking next turn is threatening lethal, but he's not by himself. He has that Crackshot Corsair. He has that landmark that just pinged the Nexus. And it's not looking good for him maybe next time here. Bad matchup for him.
Yeah, I think we just open. Yep.
So actually surprisingly good top deck here. He can kill the GP with the Noxian Fervor and actually be alive at 2 health.
Oh, wow.
If he makes it through this turn and there's no burn in hand, and the Harpoon ends it. No response to the Harpoon.
Nope.
Had that Harpoon not been played in that situation, maybe next time might have just claimed victory from the jaws of defeat. But unfortunately, the Harpoon backup was there. The versatile answer and the efficient answer able to take the game for Master Dorn. We should be heading on into game number 2.
Yep, should be game number 2. So if he had been able to stabilize, he might have been able to pull it back, right? Because he did have that Scion, and he had that Captain Farron ready for the following turn. So it was going to be a whole bunch of damage coming in next turn. Well, we're going into game 2. It looks like it's a mirror match.
Yeah, a mirror match indeed. Oftentimes a mirror match, it feels like it comes down to which player is able to get a lost soul first. Especially pre-nerf, it felt like. It just lost soul first wins.
Yep.
But now there are kind of other key cards. Typically it's one of Noxian Fervor can get some insane value. And if it does, then it could take out things like a Draven or even a Risen Rider.
I think there's also there's also another key card in this matchup is survival skills, right? Because being able to keep a unit alive and being able to trade with your opponent is obviously super good in a matchup like this.
Yeah, absolutely. We have here a quick start for Master Dorn. He's already drawn 2 cards with the Zonite Urchin and the Grave Physician, and with that happening, he's showing 2 4/2 fearsomes in his hand. Quite the threat that maybe next time we'll have to deal with. And unfortunately for him, his curve has been pretty abysmal, with no real playable 1 or 2 drops. He doesn't want to play the Reborn Grenadier, knowing he'll die at round end anyway.
Yeah, maybe next time's hand is kind of awkward here. He can develop Draven's biggest fan here, but it's kind of awkward, right? Because he does have that survival skills, and his hand is not terrible. It's just kind of awkward. Honestly, it's not bad. It's just awkward.
Because Master Dorn developed here, gives maybe next time the ability to play a Sump Dredger on this Reborn Grenadier and would let him block if he so chooses. Instead, he looks like he's going to play that biggest fan, like you were mentioning. Maybe we'll see a Mystic Shot come down this turn.
Yeah, I could definitely see a Mystic Shot. He might also be considering rummaging the 1-drop and a Lost Soul to create another blocker and Mystic Shot Draven. That might be the play.
Oh, he did it in the wrong order.
Oh, wow.
He could have saved the Draven's biggest fan.
Wait. We still have it. We're still okay. We're fine.
I mean, he could have saved his biggest fan.
Yeah, true.
And done the same exact thing. Because he would just block the biggest fan to Draven.
True. Yeah, that probably was a better play. But it's okay. It's alright. We're still killing Draven here. That's what matters. We're still killing Draven here. And we should only take 2.
And it looks like he's going to commit the Noxian Fervor here. He doesn't want to take any.
Oh, he doesn't want to take any damage. Okay.
No, I won't take 2. I'm going to take 0 damage and see what my opponent can do. The problem is the follow-up. I mean, just look at the hand size between these 2 players.
Yeah.
We have Master Dorn on like an 8-card hand, and maybe next time on a 5-card hand. Turns out, when you're playing card games, if you have more cards, you probably have an advantage.
True. I mean, here we are looking at Master Doran's hand, right? And he is lacking in that survival skills card. So maybe next time is gonna be able to push some really nice damage here, right? Oh, double Poro.
Interesting to see if he chooses to block here. Just gonna trade out Poros. I think it's perfectly reasonable for both players to just get rid of them. They're not really gonna do much otherwise. And this enables Master Dorn to actually be able to open attack here if he so chooses. Getting the 1 extra damage in from the Poro. It's kind of cute. Well played. That Reborn Grenadier might have been like an ideal top deck. Now he certainly can play Sump Dredger on that Reborn Grenadier and block both Fearsomes in the same turn. It's really going to slow down the aggression from Master Dorn and kind of make it maybe turn into a more mid-range style game.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with Draven Scion, right? Is that there's so many different plays sometimes when you have like a lot of discard outlets. Ooh, coming in with the get excited here. So there's like so many different routes you can take. Dang, that actually is pretty good. Because now Master Doran is just able to push a lot of damage.
Yeah, we're looking at a minimum of 8 damage right now. If we do see that second axe come out and the second Reborn Grenadier come out, we're now looking at 12 damage. Almost certainly. Forces out a plain Risen Rider. Too much aggression from Master Dorn at this point in time.
Yeah, I think somehow he was supposed to, like, I don't know when, but maybe he was supposed to fit down that lost soul. Like, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know when. I mean, the Twin Blade Revenant. I don't know when he was supposed to play that, but that would, like, that's an amazing blocker in this kind of set, right? Because it's basically like an infinite blocker.
All right, players just trying their best to wrestle for board control. Decides to take the extra 6 damage, or sorry, the extra 3 damage in favor of keeping his Sump Dredger alive, which is actually not bad now. He's kind of worked himself into an interesting position because now he can play his Twin Blade Revenant and nothing can trade with his board at the moment. Not happy to see this. Boom, baboom.
Definitely not. He's thinking about Mystic Shotting it.
Yeah, a Mystic Shot is like a very reasonable idea here. He's been working from behind pretty much this entire time, and he's trying to find an advantage in this game, and this turn would be the advantage. Unfortunately, in the hand of Master Dorn, we do have this Fervor. Likely to connect, apparently straight to face.
I mean, right now he has the advantage on units because he has that Scion in hand that he's about to drop next turn, and it's gonna be leveled.
Yeah, this Scion gonna hit the board leveled up as he usually does. Likely, almost certainly, even a game-ending threat for Master Dorn, who's looking to try and take a quick 2-0.
Yeah. I mean, unless maybe next time top deck something like a Arachnoid Sentry. I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna take this one.
Yeah, a Sentry is really good for the mirror for this kind of exact situation. Unfortunately, I'm 90% sure it's not in his deck right now. Scion hits the board. looking to end out the game here. I think we'll likely just see a FF.
There it is.
Yeah, we see the fist bump. FF. GG to Master Dorn, and maybe next time Master Dorn there taking it in a quick 2-0.
That was a swift 2-0 by Master Doran there. Taking down maybe next time. Damn. Honestly, it seemed like that game, well, that set, it seemed like maybe next time was kind of queued into a two matchups that was like kind of against him. Especially the first one, right? Second one being a mirror match, which is obviously, like we were saying earlier, is pretty much like up to the tools that you're able to get throughout the match. So it is difficult. It's a difficult one for sure.
Absolutely. So a bit of a bracket update. We have Raztastic Razzie over FNX Kaib. We have Elfo Ravioso over Eluard. We have Arcalem over Aikado. And Ninetales Reborn defeated Dark Otaku, with FNX Mikesit defeating Black Sparrow here in round 1. So we're still waiting on quite a few results. Do you want to jump into the Unhinged game?
Oh yeah, we could jump into that one. Is he still playing?
Yep. I have an Unhinged. Do you have Ice Slot?
Yep, I do. Alright, here we go.
Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to assume they did have a problem at the start of the game. I had to do some admin stuff fixing it for them. Okay. But I'm going to assume, yeah, this has to be game 2. Unfortunately, we don't know who won game 1. But we have Unhinged playing Echo Zillion Sivir. Now, it's a deck, right? Echo Zillion is like a deck that you could play. Now, if you are one of those people who like to look at the statistics of decks, you'll check and see and find out that Echo Action literally has about a 35% win rate. Now, Unhinged is the type of player to take the meta version of a deck and put in his own spice. In this case, it looks like it's Sivir. And we'll have to see if that will be enough to take it on home. See what he gets from this predict. And from the predict, he has a time bomb, right? So drawn card. Drawn cards are always good. He can even play this Bakai Reaper, which is looking pretty sick, as it will get a Slay proc right off the bat from this time bomb.
This is looking pretty good for Unhinged there so far, but we can't obviously we can't count out Isolot. He does have both champions in hand right now.
Yeah, you see that he has both champions in hand, and for many decks you're like, that's great, that's sick. But he doesn't want his champions in hand. He wants them on top of his deck so they can lurk and get that extra value.
Oh,
unfortunately for him, that is not the case.
Unhinged is able to grab that crystal. Isolai is gonna go for this level up on Rek'Sai.
Going up for the level up on Rek'Sai, and Rek'Sai will indeed level up. Now, interestingly to note, Unhinged does have a quicksand in hand, so he doesn't need to take a whole lot of damage this turn if he doesn't want to. I'm gonna assume it would be played here. It would save him 7 HP, but he might hold it and save it for a rainy day.
Oh, looks like he is. Looks like he's gonna take the Slay proc over stopping the damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty reasonable. It means that he can like Thermo Beam and open attack and threaten to kill the Rek'Sai. That's kind of cool. That's 4 damage in. Not sure if that's going to be good enough, though. Chooses not to go for it. And a nice top deck here. Merciless Hunter just straight up kills Rek'Sai.
Isolot top decks a Bone Skewer.
Yeah, this matchup is proving to be very skill testing between the two. Unhinged is doing a really good job at leaving up a sufficient amount of mana to play the threats if he wants to. Right now, he's holding up his Rite of Negation. So, if Icelot is trying to save Rek'Sai by using a Bone Skewer, we're very likely to see a Rite of Negation.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't. See
And this Rite of Negation
gonna come
kills
in hot.
both champions. Both champions will die as a result of this Rite of Negation. Really kind of limiting the immediate impact that Icelot can have on the board. But unfortunately, let's go back to what I said in an earlier game. Turns out when playing card games, having cards is better. And Icelot is on just a larger hand with more units to be able to play. So he's certainly at an advantage at this point.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Unhinged is definitely still trying to crawl back into this game. This game is Icelot. This game is not over for Icelot at all. He has 2 units with Overwhelm, and he's ready to slam them down and get some damage through.
The removal's lining up here for Unhinged. This is a 6 health unit. He has a 6 mana Tri-Beam in his hand, or Thermo Beam, and he could just slam it down. He chooses to, says nope, and is killing this card when he has a chance, and leveling up Sivir in the process.
That is true. It's looking sick for him right now.
Unhinged is more than happy to take this trade. Icelot just wants the lurk progress. Both players probably satisfied with what just occurred. Even though typically it's not what you would want if you were the lurk player. One of the issues with lurk in general is its ability to trade with late game units profitably. We see this Ruin Runner that would die to this little 1 mana card, and that's not favorable trades. It makes Lurk a lot better in the mid game than you would expect, and this is also true against archetypes like dragons, and it looks like it's going to be working out in the favor of Icelot in this match.
Oh, there's another Overwhelm unit. That is nothing to scoff at. But we know 100% Icelot is not hitting Lurk this turn.
What did he put on top? I didn't catch it.
Oh, he put on the Ruthless Predator.
Alright, so he doesn't hit Lurk. A nice consolation prize here for Unhinged. Not sure why he would commit Quicksand there.
Yeah, me neither.
You could just do it on the attack. Five damage coming through. These lurkers are hitting and hitting hard. He gets a... Probably going to go for a... Time Bomb? A Time Bomb is probably just more valuable. Goes for the skip and hits an Echo. Kind of nice, and hits a Time Bomb anyway. So he's going to be able to draw some cards this turn. Echo is leveled. Puts him up to 5 power.
Oh, Echo's coming in. I also really like that skin on Echo, right? So no Pike or Rek'Sai from these hits here. Oh, when you hover, when you're spectating and you hover over a card with predict, it doesn't show you what they predicted. I just noticed that.
Yeah. Time Bomb, I do like the draw here. A nice draw, actually. He can, if he so chooses. See, I think I disagree with this. He could have put the Vulnerable onto the Overwhelm unit and dragged it to Echo, making it die at round start. I think that would have been ideal.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Similarly, he could drag the 7/3 to the Merciless Hunter and just attack with Echo and give Icelot the option of whether or not he wants to do that. Chooses not to. We'll have to see what he can get from the time trick. I definitely think he should have killed the Overwhelm unit. Overwhelm units, they're kind of good.
Yeah.
But he would have to sacrifice his Echo in order to do it. Maybe he didn't want to do that.
I think it's worth sacrificing Echo there.
Chrono Break, a sick card.
Oh, but he can't play it. He's 1 mana off. He is 1 mana off from playing it.
If he can somehow not die this turn, he'll be fine. Unfortunately,
Nah, I don't see it.
I don't see the line either. Unfortunately, there's a Rite of Negation here. I'm expecting the 12 mana Thermo Beam.
Same.
But right now, this is 15 damage. He could block 5 of it. That's 10. He is overkilled. He could draw a card. Drawing a card could be nice. I don't know why you wouldn't draw a card at the very least. If your opponent shows you lethal, gotta do something.
You made choices.
Overkilled by 6 and GG. Unfortunately, we don't know if that's game 1, or sorry, we don't know who won game 1, so we're not sure if that is the end of it or not.
I'm hoping to see some more Unhinged there. I want him to win this tournament, bro. I'm biased. Let him win.
It looks like that was game 2.
Yeah.
As they are out of the friend challenge. So we have to pick a new series. We have Cephalopod 1. I need to add Icelot because I don't have Cephalopod added. He's always a treat to watch. I was rooting for him pretty hard in the seasonal. He played really well as well in the seasonal. Unfortunately, not able to take it home.
Mm-hmm. Just short. That game was super close. So we're gonna watch the Isolot versus Cephalopod game.
Yep, it should hopefully be starting soon. Icelot just added me, so you all can watch him and you can watch Seth.
Yep.
Cool.
So while we're waiting, so how you feeling about all these cards that got revealed? Do you think it's gonna drastically change the meta, or you think we're gonna still have pretty much the same meta going into the next season?
So it's hard to say. They nerfed, air quotes, Poppy, but they did nerf Zed Pop, right, with the Young Witch nerf. I'm thinking Plunder's still probably going to be the best deck, and then I think Action Siver's probably going to be the second best deck, or Draven Sound. It'll be interesting to see whether or not the Ari Kennen archetype or the Kennen Ezreal archetype that some streamers have been pushing are good enough against the old guard. If they are, then I think that Kennen Ezreal in a vacuum is looking really good. But I'm not sure if it's going to be strong enough against what we already know to be among the best decks.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying there. Do you think so? Other than maybe something like Kennen Ari, you think any other new decks might come back, or you think any new decks might sprout from some of these cards, or you think it's just gonna be the same best decks like Sivir, Action, and Draven Scion, and maybe like Bandle Burn, some kind of Bandle Burn deck? You think those are gonna be like basically the best 3 decks?
Probably. I think the one deck that has a shot might be Kennen Ezreal. I think the Kennen decks might be good. I haven't been super impressed from what I've seen from the Pantheon decks so far today. Obviously, when we do our podcast tomorrow, I'll be able to have hopefully 10 or 15 games under my belt at that point on a few of these decks, and we'll be able to find out
what's good,
or just have better first impressions than what we could possibly have now.
Exactly. No, I feel you on that. I think Rumble has a lot of potential. I don't know if people are like doubting it, but I think Rumble is actually gonna be pretty strong. Like it's a big cost of him having to discard 3 cards, but I think Rumble is gonna be pretty good. Like honestly, he has impact, and he has Overwhelm and Spell Shield. Like those 3 combination of keywords is broken. Like,
no, impact is a bad keyword. Impact is not even a keyword. Impact is terrible.
Free damage?
It's 1 free damage.
It sounds good.
No, impact is bad. Spell Shield's really good if you could put it on a big Overwhelm unit, which Rumble isn't. And then Quick Attack is just good. So the fact that you have to discard 3 cards, I think it makes it pretty underwhelming. Hot take from Dowie. I don't think that's a hot take, Scorpy. I think that's a very common opinion. Very popular opinion, Dowie. People seem to be crapping on Rumble a lot already. The people have been able to play today. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to see kind of where it goes from here.
No, I'm curious to see where it goes, because I think Rumble's pretty good. I think somebody's gonna find a really, really cool Rumble deck, and we're gonna be like, oh wow, why did we think of that? And it's just gonna take off. I'm telling you, because Spell Shield and Overwhelm on 1 unit it just sounds ridiculous.
He doesn't have Overwhelm.
But there are so many ways to get him Overwhelm. What do you mean?
Discarding Scion? So
what do you mean?
There's some ways to give him Overwhelm and Noxus, right? Yeah. There's discarding Scion. I think you could discard something else to give him Overwhelm too.
Yeah, there's one other unit. I don't know.
You give him Might, I guess.
I'm definitely gonna be trying some Rumble. I don't care. I'm gonna be trying some Rumble for sure.
I mean, he's probably gonna be a fun card to play. Don't think he's gonna be good. His deck wants to run 9 champions, right? He wants to run Scion and Draven and himself.
Oh, maybe next time give some takes. He said Rumble will probably fit in Bandle Tree. Pantheon is meh. Yordle Explorer way worse than people think. Yeah.
Yordle Explorer is way better than people think. That's a hot take.
No. I think he's right on that. I think Yordle Explorer. No, don't get me wrong. Card is ridiculous, but I don't think it's like poppy levels. I don't think it's like nuclear launch levels.
All right. Are Icelot and Cephalopod ever gonna get into a game? But let's just say we were, or not we. I was watching Mo the other day when the Yordle Explorer reveal day, that same day, and he was talking about how good of a card it is. And then he was like, man, I haven't farmed enough Twitter impressions today. And then he tweeted about how Yordle Explorer was being overrated by the community to farm impressions. And you know what? He did it, right? He got Swim kind of subtweeting him. It's a 2-mana for 2. Wait, it's a 2-mana 2/2 that hits the board as a 2-mana 3/3. And every other card that you want to play in Yordle Explorer decks, 22 of them already are yours.
That's true.
So that means you're 25 out of 40 on Yordles.
Yeah, it's going to hit something.
All right, I think they're in game. They are in games. We could begin spectating. It's not gonna hit something. It hits everything. Playing a 4 or 5 Poppy on 4. Like, what if you just print a card that slots into the best decks? It's gonna be good, right?
Maybe next time says it, and we'll see some constructed play, but it's not busted. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we just have to wait to see. We have to wait to get these cards in our hands, right?
Pretty busted.
Because I kind of think the same way. Like, I feel like it's probably, like, it's gonna have a deck that it's gonna play in, but I don't think it's gonna be, like, broken. I don't know. I guess you have to wait and see.
It's best in slot in every Bandle City deck that runs Poppy and Conchologist and Mare. That's just what it is. It's best in slot, and it's not close. It's a 2-mana 3/3. It's above rate stats with a good effect. Like,
alright, so we're coming in on Cephalopod versus Isolot. Ceph is playing Poppy Zed, and we got Isolot on this on Lurk. So Cephalopod here. I don't see any champions, but he does have Fleet Feather Tracker. Oh, he mulligans and finds a Poppy. We got Hatchling coming down on 1 for Isolot. It's usually pretty good. Does he hit Lurk? Does not hit Lurk.
Not hitting Lurk kind of feels bad.
Yeah, definitely.
The good news for Isolot is that he has double Call the Pack and 1 copy of each champion. So this gives him a lot of versatility transitioning into turns like 3 through 6.
Lurk coming in hot. So he's going to take out this Hatchling just to clear the road.
Yeah, road cleared, 3 damage coming in. And really, this hand feels very bad for Isolot. He needs to draw something here that could save his hand. He needs a playable unit. And that way he can hopefully get some progress, or at least the Lurk proc on his champions.
True. Yeah. He needs to somehow draw something that he can play here. I mean, he could also just use the 2-mana burst to get some Lurk cards to his hand. It's not a terrible play. And put Pike on top.
Yep, putting Pike on top makes perfect sense. His spell is very, very crucial. Not only in this matchup, but quite honestly, every Lurk matchup, the Lurk player really wants to have that Pike spell online. The earlier, the better against aggressive decks such as Zed Poppy.
Mm-hmm. No, the Pike spell definitely comes in handy. He plays a champ, you hit it with the Pike.
Alright, Zed comes out. This makes a really good open attack here for Cephalopod. He's threatening 9 damage on open, and he has mana to spare to counter a potential Pike spell, which he's likely considering playing around because he knows that Call of the Pack was issued.
Mm-hmm. True. So, do you think Isolot just lets this go? Lets Zed level up?
I don't think he can afford to let it go. I think he will be playing this Pike spell on Zed, and forcing Cephalopod to, A, have a response in hand, and B, not have a good turn after, right? Because if he was able to save Zed, that means he's not able to do too much else this turn. He can't rally this turn. He can't play Poppy this turn. Mm-hmm. So it at least forces some mana out of Cephalopod, even though it's not getting the kill that he would like.
Zed does level here, and it does. And his attack, his swing did do a bunch of damage.
Yeah, I slot very quickly, going down to only 8 HP. And we're kind of feeling the strength of this Zed Poppy deck. It's the last day where this deck will be as good as it is. But like this opening right now, we've talked a little bit about how this deck is getting nerfed a little bit starting tomorrow. But this opening right now has been completely unaffected. We could see this exact line of play tomorrow at the same strength level. So Zed Poppy will be proving to be a pretty good deck even tomorrow after the couple nerfs.
True.
Yeah, a Golden Age here really puts pressure on the attack token of the Lurk player. It's awkward to attack into a barrier. They will do it anyway. And they hit the Rek'Sai that they put on top of their deck. Now we should see a swing in response here. Unfortunately, there's no bone skewer or anything, and Ice Slot's just going to tap out, save both players a few minutes of their life.
Mm-hmm. So just like you were saying earlier, that opening did not get affected at all by the Poppy nerfs. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see if this deck really changes tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I certainly expect. Hey, if you want quick climbing advice, tomorrow just play Zed Poppy Burn, or not Zed Poppy Burn, Ziggs Poppy Burn, or Zed Poppy, and you're probably gonna do just fine, especially as people are experimenting with things like Ari Kennen or Kennen Ezreal, whatever Rumble deck they're brewing up. So if you want free LP, that's the way nuts advice for it. Looks like Cephalopod is bringing Frozen Thralls against Lurk. It's not a doomed matchup for Thralls, but it's not great. Don't tell people to ruin other people's fun. Hey, that's what I'm here to do, man.
Hey, we got
a perfect start to this game for Cephalopod. If Thralls is going to win a game, it's going to look like this. No unit on turn 1 for the Lurk player, and a missed Lurk on a Snapdraw on turn 2. A devastating start. Really, really not great for Ice Slot here. And now Cephalopod is on Avalanche mana, so if too much is getting committed, he could Avalanche here and take care of it.
So Rek'Sai on top lets him at least catch up on the Lurk, right?
Unfortunately, he's going to draw Rek'Sai, and he doesn't have a way to put Rek'Sai back on top for the second Snapjaw Swarm. If he could put Rek'Sai back on the top here, he kind of jumps back ahead to maybe being ahead. But this Blood Ravine going to heal up some of the damage dealt and wipe the board of Ice Slot here. Things are looking just fine for Cephalopod.
Yeah. I mean, things are looking amazing for him, right? It's turn 5 and he hasn't lost any HP.
Yeah, it's turn 5. He's at 18 health, and the Lurk player is only at +2 on their Lurk. It's really just a good time. It's going about as well as it could for the Thralls player here.
It looks like a Thrall's gonna pop next turn. If he plays that 2-drop, Thrall could pop next turn. Okay, now Thrall can definitely pop next turn.
I turn it like so. Shatter.
Nice block, protecting the life total here.
Promising future. Wonder what he put on top. Couldn't see. Yep, he takes the promising future.
And right here, he can pop 2 Thralls on this turn.
Yep.
He has the magic possibilities and the Clockwork Curator. 2 8/8's gonna be running down Ice Slot here. And I had mentioned earlier where Lurk, their units, they just get so big they start trading with these high cost units. Thralls would be an example of them, but unfortunately for Ice Slot, he hasn't been able to lurk. He missed the first 2 lurks of the game, and it's really hurting him here to the point where I'm not sure if it's even possible for a comeback. I mean, he's gonna try his best, but it's unclear here whether or not he'll be able to. We even have a tough Nexus right now, which is very unfortunate. 16 overwhelm damage coming through down the pipeline here.
So
We'll trade.
Just trade evenly with one of these Thralls.
A Bone Skewer's nice.
I'm not
All right.
surprised. It was going to be really hard for Isolot to climb back into that one. So
Yeah.
Cephalopod takes a really quick 2-0.
Alright, do you have Master Dorn added?
Yeah, I Master Burn at it.
Alright, I should have Henry added. I do have Henry added. Alright. Let's go ahead and jump back in.
Jump right back in it.
It looks like we got MF Poppy Scouts lined up against Ziggs Poppy. I mean, I'm actually not sure who's supposed to be favored here. I'm thinking Ziggs Poppy is favored here because they can go under with the burn cards like Decimate and Noxian Fervor. But I wouldn't be terribly shocked if Poppy finds himself victorious here. Getting a Unscarred Reaver is actually not terrible. Because when Poppy buffs it even once, it gets an attack power. It's an actual unit, right?
Oh. Pokey Stick coming in hot. But of course he has the Ranger's Resolve. Keep him in check.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if he chooses to attack with the Scout unit here. He doesn't want to prevent the damage from the Legion Saboteur, which seems reasonable.
You're covered. Everything's in place. Not today. I'll stop you. Don't let my size fool you.
Wow.
My first
Yep, very good. And now we have exactly 2 mana left. I would like to see one of them be used to kill the Unscarred Reaver, and the other is probably going to hit the face. Puts Henry IV down to 15. 14 upon round start. But this upcoming turn is going to be the big one for Henry. Yeah, it's his Poppy turn. Poppy hits the board and threatens the killing of some valuable units for Master Dorn. The Lecturing Yordle can die.
So this is another card that I was surprised that they didn't hit at all, right? But I guess they're probably not going to touch any of these cards until January.
Yeah, it seems like that's the primary decision they made. I think they noticed that people were upset yesterday and took 2 changes that they knew they wanted to genuinely just kind of push them up a bit. That's what it feels like. Of course, we're not absolutely certain of the discussions they're having internally over it, right?
Yeah.
Looks like that our Poppy 6 player might be trying to begin a control role within this game. Depends on where these poison darts are going, choosing just to go face. So this is one of those times where you only have to count to 11. And with double decimate in hand, that's 8. The 2 damage coming down makes 10. And Pokey Stick makes 11. So he mathed it out.
Yeah, Master Doran just has game in hand, honestly.
Pokey Stick didn't hit face. He doesn't need it to hit face. He's another 2 damage unit.
So Master Doran is probably thinking about how he wants to do this turn.
For the glory of Nexus.
Ah,
Today's the day I find that hero.
Unfortunately, we do see the lethal in hand. All Master Doran has to do is not take 20 damage on this exact turn.
yeah.
So he just needs to issue his blocks.
And he's good to go.
And it should be GG.
He has double decimate in hand. This puts him down to 3. And we see second decimate in hand. Of course, we have Caster Wizard, but we literally see the decimate in hand. He chooses to take because he knows the impending doom. He even draws a fervor.
And he even knows that there's no burn in the deck of MF Poppy. There's no kind of fast speed responses that could kill him here. He's not playing against Draven Scion that could get excited Mystic Shot. He has no reason to protect his HP pool. Just hit pass, drop the decimate, and win the game. We should be going into round 2 soon.
So that wasn't all, right? That was game 1?
Should be game 1, yeah.
Because I don't see them going. Let me see. I don't see them going back into another game. Nah, Master Doran is out. That might have been game 3.
Henry's still showing in his friend challenge for me.
Oh, maybe Master Doran bugged out?
It might be. We'll have to see. Game 1 would have had to be very fast, because when we started, they were at like 35 minutes.
True.
So, I mean, I guess it's possible, but we'll have to find out.
Yeah, you're right about that. Game 1 would have had to have been freaking super duper fast.
Well, the game hasn't started yet. Yeah, they're out of the friend challenge. I don't know what's going on there, but we can switch to a different game. Yeah, that was 2-0. Master Doran advances. Wow. Mike's against Master Doran incoming.
That was such a fast game. My goodness. We didn't even catch game 1. I have either players. Mike Mike Zut, he looks like he's on ranked right now. So he probably was just playing a game in the middle of the time.
Yep. I'm trying to add Maitri for their game against AJ. Oh, I have AJ added actually. Do you have AJ or Maitri? Do you have either?
Let me see. Yeah, I have Maitri.
All right, I got AJ.
Okay.
All right, this tournament, it's being speed ran. These players are on it. These rounds all advancing at similar times. It's really nice to see. We have a Frozen Thralls player against a Draven Scion. Unfortunately, spectator bug not telling us how close these Thralls are to progressing. I think it's pretty likely that they're at like 6 and 7.
Alright, coming into the game right now.
It could come down to whether or not Maitri can stall just a little bit. If he can stall just a little bit, I think we'll very likely to see Maitri the game. If they can't stall even just a little bit, then it will just kind of get aggroed out.
Okay, so on my side I see 2, 6, and 7 for the landmarks on Maitri's side. So, have any of them been promised future? No, not that I see.
Yeah, but we do see Italia coming down, which is almost just as good. Right? They will pop on his next attack token. So, the win con for Maitri here is don't die before you get the attack token back.
That can be a little difficult, right? Especially with a full board. With a full board that AJ has here, yeah. I think he has to swing, but we do see that flock in the hands of AJ, right? So he can block with like a Poro and then just flock Talia.
Yeah, and it's now up to Maitri to decide if he's going to play around this Ravenous Flock or not. And at this point, I don't know if he can. We're talking about how he just needs to live next turn. So now this is essentially making him deal 3 less damage than he otherwise would next turn. But we see the double get excited in the hand. That's 6 damage. So we only need 7 pushed here by AJ.
I mean, yeah, he
3, 4, 5. He has 5 available easily. Plus 6. He might be too short if my math is working out. And there are frostbites here. Yep. He has the answers.
He has some frostbites here. It's not over yet. He does have some frostbites.
Yeah, so a Mystic Shot top deck will be sufficient. Without drawing Mystic Shots, the game gets a bit harder because of the tough Nexus. In fact, I think I would like to see these Get Exciteds come out now. Oh, I don't know. That's an interesting call. Because if you get excited now, you're all in. However, you know there's a tough Nexus coming out.
Yeah, but then you won't be able to get all this damage through anymore, right?
So now I'm expecting a predict here. And he wants to find a Tavern Keeper.
No, he has Blighter Ravine, Clockwork Curator, and Imagine Possibilities. I think we take that Blighter Ravine, right? The Blighter Ravine is coming in hot.
Blighted Ravine means you only lose to a Get Excited, and 2 of them have already been played? Blighted Ravine is looking pretty good. Actually, you don't lose to Get Excited because you can't play it. I think it's one too few damage.
Yeah, I think we definitely take the Blighted Ravine, but we make sure we play it after. Well, the Soldier's gonna flip next turn, so yeah, no, we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah, you have to play it immediately. Because if you don't play it immediately, you can. No, you can't lose to anything.
No, you
A
can't
fervor.
lose.
You can lose to a fervor. You have to play it immediately.
Oh yeah, true. You couldn't lose to a fervor top deck. Yeah. So you can attack. You actually have to go for this Blighted Ravine immediately.
Yeah, especially because attacking isn't lethal anyway. However, he could entomb to beat fervor, so maybe he doesn't need to, because he has entomb back up.
Oh, he didn't even take the Blighted Ravine actually.
Playing with fire, deciding maybe AJ isn't running an Oxygen fervor, or deciding he's not going to play around the one of, right? And just like that, AJ almost getting there. Could not be closer. However, Maitri, the Frozen Thralls, able to push on through just in the nick of time.
Got a special guest over here.
Right, and looks like Maitri won that series against AJ.
Look at the special guest. Levi!
When's he gonna learn to play Runeterra? He's gonna be the first, like, 6-year-old seasonal champion one day.
You're gonna be the first seasonal... You're gonna be the youngest seasonal champion? Huh? I'm the train.
Cute kid.
Thank you. So,
alright.
So Maitri actually won that?
Yep. Maitri
Yo,
advances.
we are not seeing any 2-1s tonight. It's just 2-0.
Oh yeah, no, this is going by so fast. I'm trying to add Gato Mototaxi, who's currently against Cephalopod. So we'll have to see if I can get into that game. If we don't get into that game, we could run back the Maitri games. Haven't received the confirmation yet.
Okay. I have. Wait, do I have Maitri? Yeah, I actually have both of them, Maitri and Elfo. I have both of them added, so either one is fine for me.
Yeah, I have Maitri. We also have Mikesit and Master Dorn if already started. If you want to jump in there.
Yeah, I have both of them added as well, so either one is fine.
All right, I got Mikesit.
Alright, copy.
So 2 teammates from FNX going up against each other here. It looks like we have a Civ Action player against a Ping City.
Yep. Got Ping City here.
Yeah, Ping City trying to run away with it, getting the Fort Demacia off. Unfortunately, they can't rally, at least from this position. They could try and rally next turn. Seems pretty likely. In fact, they could pop the horde next turn with a barrier into the rally. Seems like a pretty dominating position, I think. A nice top deck here, actually. Double up is a really good top deck with the line 'em up, because now double up is starting to kill one of these units and then deal 5 damage to the Nexus. Decides he doesn't need the line 'em up because the unit's taking damage, of course. Very likely to see a double up here, though.
Oh.
And the rally probably just going to close out here. Double up going down. Kills the 3-1, but it should be more than enough to clean up the game in favor of Zito.
Yeah, this double up comes in hot, but it's just not enough damage, right?
Yeah, the horde doesn't pop, which is kind of cool, but unfortunately, there's just too much damage coming down, and Zito takes that game. I forgot to look at the timer to kind of get a clue into what part of the series they're in.
Oh no, that was a really fast match. I see on your stream it says 40.
All right, so they have to be going to game 2 now,
That
right?
has to be game 2. Like, there's no way. There's no way. This has to be game 2. Okay.
Yep, we're loaded in game 2. All right.
5-minute game.
So Master Doran, excuse me, bring the Ziggs Poppy against the Poppy Misfortune. We did see earlier the Ziggs Poppy player able to get under the MF Poppy deck, and we'll have to see if the same thing can happen here. Double 1-drop start for Master Doran looks kind of nice.
No one's the wiser.
So I think we take this trade every time, right? A bird. It looks like a dead bird to me.
Yeah, a dead bird indeed. The Legion Saboteur just gets replaced, and actually a really good hit with the Adaptatron. The 1-3 can tank that damage and forces a pass from Master Doran.
Yeah, I think that is a pass there. That's actually a really, really good blocker.
And it's something we don't see very often. That's Ziggs Poppy on the back foot, being unable to attack on the first couple turns here. They also take a few damage, but we have a Bandle City Mare. Value incoming.
Okay, so we're gonna see this Poro sled be slammed down. Oh, he goes for Ziggs.
Yep, goes for Ziggs, holds up some spell mana. He does have an Oxygen Fervor that he wants to play at some point, as well as a Pokey Stick that they're likely to want to play at some point as well.
That's true. So we see just Ziggs get some attack in, but he hits him with the sharp sight to make sure that Ziggs is definitely dying, and the unit, the Vanguard Sergeant trades. So he decides to use the Fervor on the Adaptatron, which is obviously very favored for Mike Zitz here.
Yeah, not only that, he used that Fervor on a unit that Mike Zitz got for free. It's just a summon from the Mirai Warden.
Yeah.
Insane value from that Adaptatron here. Probably that 1-3 might have been the best pull that he could have gotten in this exact situation.
Wow, that's actually just insane, right? He literally got that off a generated unit.
Right. And MF is causing a bunch of problems for Master Doran here as well. It makes Legion Saboteur unable to block, which you typically don't want to block with that unit anyway. But it's also threatening Nexus damage. If this can be chained with a Golden Aegis, we'll start to see the power of MF and her.
My field is yours.
Oh, she has a barrier now, so she's definitely getting an attack in.
Even if this barrier gets popped with the Pokey Stick, there's not enough damage on the side of Master Doran to be able to threaten to kill Mike Zito. So he's tapping below Pokey Stick mana and is going to get some Nexus damage here with the Saboteur. Or sorry, the Demolitionist.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool play, putting the damage onto the Vandal City Mare, because you know you're not going to block with the Mare anyway, and you want the control just to be able to trade, so there would be no point in saving Mare HP, because you need a block this turn. We might see the rare turn 6 MF level up with a no scout attacker.
Oh,
We won't.
wow.
Mike Zito not going for it. He had the opportunity available.
That's a crazy Citria here, though.
Yeah, the only fearsome blocker that Master Jordan has access to is this Poros Sled. And Poros Sled will be dead upon the resolution here. They can kill the Cithria with the Pokey Stick. And let's not forget that Master Jordan has a bit of stack. He could hit a Decimate. He could hit another Fervor. And should those things happen, we're starting to see the life total of Mike Z a little bit lower than we might have kind of anticipated it going, considering the start of the game.
That's true. Yeah. His HP is starting to lower, starting to dwindle. And the units on Master Doran's side are starting to increase. But we do see that second Cithria played, but he has the Arachnoid Sentry to counter it.
A perfect time to play an Arachnoid Sentry. And a perfect time to have the Spell Shielded pour out. It's going to trade 1-for-1 here. And all of a sudden, Master Jordan might actually be in a very winning position.
Mm-hmm. This position isn't looking bad for him.
I think Mike Zito should or could have played around using his rally cards more than he did. He has 3 rallies in his hand, and he's just being able to find the time to play them. Because these Cithrias have been shut down.
Yeah. He traded one, and then the other one got stunned.
Yeah, he's gotten literally 0 value out of 12 mana. And that's been enough here for Master Jordan. He's 6 units wide. Going for a big attack here, getting that 1 damage in Legion Saboteur. So patient with this whole time.
Yeah. He was very patient with that Saboteur the whole game. That Saboteur is from the first turn, by the way.
Yep, and right here, he's now down to 1 HP, and we see the Lecturing Yordle in hand. Very well navigated here by Master Jordan. Went from a really poor position to all of a sudden winning.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're going to a game number 3. First one of the day.
There we are.
This first one on stream.
Master Doran saying it's not over. I might be down a game, but that doesn't mean anything. I could always come right on back. Tie it up 1-1. So now we're waiting here to go into game 3. So it looks like we got Ping City versus Scouts.
Yeah, both players bring some very, very aggressive decks here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to believe... Actually, I don't know what to believe. I think Make It Rain might be the key card here for Ping City. If they could get value Make It Rains on Mirai Wardens and the Fleet Feather Tracker, then I think they might be in a very favorable position. If that doesn't happen, I could certainly see our Scouts player going a little bit bigger than Pig City on turns like 3 through 4 or 3 through 5 if there's no GP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in that case, we might see our Scout player be able to take it out.
Wow, those hits on Mirai. The hits on Mirai today have been insane.
Yeah, I mean, this is threatening 5 damage.
That is 5 damage. Wow. So he's gonna
Mastodon
develop.
trying to find what the punish is here. And we see it. This is only going to push. Let's see, that block. 4?
Yeah, I think you should have took the open for sure.
I guess 5 damage here still anyway. And you trade away Challenger. Tricky. It makes Make It Rain worse. And it makes TF worse.
Yeah.
The gold card here kills one of these 2 units.
Chooses not to go for it. I kind of agree with it. Because then he can kind of like set up a line him up and gold card. I mean, a red card. Oh, but
Yeah, that's very true.
He chooses to go for Gangplank instead, though.
Yep. The line him up red card is that's for next turn.
I'll stop you.
By not blocking here, Mixito might be tipping off Master Jordan that he has a Poppy in hand. That kind of information is nice to have for Master Jordan. Let's see if he's able to get that read off. Kind of important to note that Poppy does die to GP next turn if they don't pull the barrel. And the barrel can't be pulled if Twisted Fate is played here. So a red card would make a lot of sense in many, many ways. But they could gold card to kill Poppy.
Oh, what about a line him up red card here? That's spicy.
A line him up red card is pretty dirty.
Wait, he's not going for it?
I'm always up for a round or two. Something for all.
Opting to save a bit of his mana here. Because he can kill these units anyway.
You're covered.
And now he can't.
And now he can.
I think he most definitely should have done it there. I think he checked for what's the name? Not what was it called? Resolve? Damn, what's the name of that card?
Yeah, Ranger's Resolve.
Ranger's Resolve.
Or
There you go.
Sharp Sight.
Yeah, I think he checked for Ranger's Resolve already. So I think it was free. Poppy was free there.
Nice to meet you. I'm
So Ranger's Resolve would have actually been
not today.
a react. So I think he kept the line up so he could react to Ranger's Resolve if needed. Right? Because Ranger's Resolve would have saved the other units as well. And then he lined them up, kills everything. Same two didn't kill this time.
True.
Now he's getting value out of the Harpoon, and he still has Ranger's Resolve available for him.
Mm-hmm.
And this attack here, it's pushing lethal damage, and we just get the accept here. Mastodon brings back.
Wow.
Man, I'm telling you,
Mastodon
these are
brings
the
it back
fastest
6-1.
games we've ever played. So many aggro players today, making this tournament go by quickly. Even Cephalopod, I think, brought aggro today. Let's see. Let's refresh here. I still don't have Cephalopod's game available, but I do have Maitri available. Do you have Elfo
Yep.
Revioso?
Yep, I sure do. Going into game right now. Oh, did Maitri bring Viego? Oh, yep.
Looks like he brought Viego. Unfortunately for him, the attack token is on the side of Elfo, and he has a Dreadway
And he has
and a GP available.
and a Spirit Fury, by the way.
But as good as that sounds, we have a Deny as well as a Will of Ionia. What happens plays Ionia on the...
Oh, then he just dies. He literally... Wait, hold on. He won. He dies at burst speed. Doesn't he
This
not?
is 4 damage.
Yeah.
It's showing is 2, but I think that's a bug.
I'm
This
pretty
is 4
sure
damage.
that's a bug. Yeah, that's 4. Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely GG.
Yeah. Wins at burst speed. That's sick.
Wow, we actually jumped in the end of it just to catch the burst speed win.
Yeah.
So was that the game? I wouldn't be surprised if that was the game, because these players today seem like they're just speed running it, right? They are speed running our tournament today. Oh no, we're going into game 3.
Nice. That's what we'd like to see. So we should be seeing Viego here. Oh.
Wait, was that
he's
game
switching
2?
That must have been game 1.
Yeah, that must have been game 1. Yeah.
So Michi choosing to switch decks wants to play the Zed Poppy first against the Timo Swain. So if I'm Mitri, this feels bad.
Yeah.
This is I need to win the unfavored matchup anyway, so I might as well just win it now,
Yeah.
or end the tournament earlier, right? He's literally min-maxing life right here, right?
Basically, it seemed like Maitri's plan was to basically 2-0 that other deck, right? That was his plan, to 2-0 the other deck, but but because that didn't work out, now he has to take this very unfavorable matchup.
Yeah, it could not be a harder matchup for Maitri. It's like 70-30 in favor of Swain. Now, we do have double Zed, we do have a rally, we do have some tools in the hand of Maitri. It's not over by any means. However, all of these pings are especially good at dealing with some of the low health units from Maitri, as well as enabling things like Scorched Earth and Ravenous Flock to deal with the threats that the pings themselves can't.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of tools. There is a lot of tools that are in this deck that can literally deal with Zed on command.
Yeah. Timo Swain was pretty much invented, or at least played a lot, as a way to beat Zed Poppy. Now, there's Nopify in hand. The other kind of big primary answer is Ranger's Resolve. We'll have to see how these questions get answered.
I think we Nopify that. We need this Zed.
Yep, you absolutely have to Nopify it, because a Twin Discipline is still susceptible to Ravenous Flock, whereas the Nopify is not. And we're getting a free no up here, 6 damage on his Zed. Things are... It's going as well as it possibly could. I was talking about in the Thralls versus Lurk matchup, how that game started as well as it could possibly have. Well, this game is starting as well as it possibly could for Maitri.
I mean, it's not over. He still has a pokey stick in hand. If he can get a damage onto this Zed, then he's looking okay.
Yep. So I think we're pretty likely to see a pokey stick here. It does kind of get beat by this Golden Aegis. They can't kill.
Yeah.
I guess they could. It's very mana intensive. They could Poison Dart and then Pokey on the stack and then Flock. That's exactly enough mana. Alright, so this Zed is dead. Rip Zed. Very well done here by Elfo. Many players, particularly not the kind of highest leagues in Runeterra, would have killed Zed on that turn. The problem with killing Zed on that turn is that if they play a second Zed, it's a big issue. So for sometimes, in some instances, it's better to leave the champion on board, because that means they can't replay them. Zed is one of those unique champions that is much better attacking than he is
wow, imagine
on the bench, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you don't want to give him the free shadow. Good. This is good mana management by Elfo here.
I was just gonna say, imagine with the nerfs, you'll be able to kill this young witch.
Good for the Scorched Earth. If he pokey sticked here, he would have got absolutely blown out. But Scorched Earth gonna make sure that he doesn't take as much damage. There is a bit of hand refill for both players with that looping telescope draw.
Do you like magic? My collection.
So putting damage on the Young Witch means that a couple things. Means that pokey sticks can kill it, as well as flocks are now enabled.
The dark beckons.
But Zed Poppy kind of able to go wide. And ooh, that's a big commitment. Alpha also has not drawn a way to refill his hand, right? Other than the Loping Telescope and the Pokey Stick, he's not drawing things like a it's not beyond the Bandlewood. The Bandle City draw 2 that I can't think of right now.
Oh, damn! I was just playing with that card too, cause I actually got to masters with Vandal Tree. Damn, just forgot the name of that card. I know which one you're talking about. It's 5 mana.
Yeah, 5 mana gets reduced to 3. I can't think of it. Hidden Pathways. Boom. Nailed it.
There we go.
Brief aside, we do see a Poppy on a 4-wide board here. And that's scary. That Poppy, it's going to get an attack off. It's going to buff up the entirety of this board. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elusive damage.
Yep, that is scary.
And nothing really trades 1-for-1 with Poppy. Especially with the quick attack. So nothing trades with Poppy at all.
And on top of that, he can rally. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this game's just over.
Yeah, this game's just over.
Maitri coming through with the unfavored matchup. So he min-maxed his life by playing the unfavored matchup first, getting out of the way should he lose. But he won, and now he gets to play Viego against Twain Timo. This is Viego versus Twain Timo is really. Usually, I'm finding Viego is favored. Maybe 55-45. And it's because of cards like Syncopation. And the fact that the Timo deck often needs to use 2 cards to kill the threats of Viego. And Viego has 1 card answers to it. So generally, they seem to be generating more value over time. Viego eventually levels up, or the Hydrovine control, and they're able to walk away with it. Let's see if the game plays out in that manner here. Two Chemovoran soldiers shown for Maitri. Let's see if he takes one or both.
Oh boy. My bad. I'm a little tired. Just a little.
There are 3 Chemovoran soldiers in the hand of Maitri.
Wow. That's a
And
lot
a Glimpse
of,
Beyond.
That's a lot.
And a Thresh.
And wow. That hand can't be better, could it? The only thing he could have better is like a Viego or the 7 mana card, right?
Yeah, I think he would trade one of these soldiers for a Hydrovine. But with the 2/2 getting killed there, the Green Glade Lookout getting killed there, now the the soldier's looking pretty good. Let's see if he plays one here.
There it is.
Armed and ready.
One of the unfortunate parts about this matchup is that Thresh doesn't get the level up because he's just very easy to kill with things like, Poison Dart and a Scorched Earth. Or he drags like a 2 damage unit and then gets flocked. With that being said, the Camavorn soldiers spawn ephemerals, and that is a easy way for Thresh to see some units die. It's just his own ephemerals dying, either when they strike or at the end of the round. Glimpse Beyond drawn 2. Pure value here. Teemo's dead
Never know what hit him.
to this glimpse.
You mean the Vafis?
Oh yes, yeah, sorry. These very old but still very good
Oh wow.
cards.
He instead of giving him a spider, he trades the pokey. The pokey for his Teemo. It's not bad. Because he doesn't have an extra blocker there, and he doesn't heal. That could come in handy.
I will never agree with that. Like, Pokey Stick enables things like Flock and Scorch Earth.
That's true.
That's
you're
why you have
right.
Pokey Sticks.
No, yeah, you're probably right. It was probably not a good pokey. Because now, I mean, he does have this Sentry to stun the Thresh, but like the pokey could have gone on to something and then you could have flocked it, right?
Yeah. Or scorched it. Like maybe this Thresh.
I mean, he does have another pokey in hand, but like, again, why would you want to waste a pokey like that?
Yeah, so he has 1 ping and he has 4 things that need to be damaged in order for his card to work. Is he gonna double Flock here?
He might, especially because
I
he's
guess-
trading the board. Thresh is super close to leveling now. Thresh is already halfway to leveling. Like, yeah, he just double flocks.
So Glimpse Beyond here is really nice. It slows down the Swain level because he doesn't get that 4 damage. Swain decks are oftentimes very reliant on Ravenous working.
He might just Scorched Earth it though. Yeah, just so he doesn't draw.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a 2-for-1, honestly, for Maitri. He's not counting on this Thresh to win him the game. It's just something that can win him the game, but it never will against this deck because it's so good at pinging things and killing them. And if he's using a Scorched Earth on Thresh, it's like not even that big of a deal because that's the Scorched Earth not being used on Viego, and it's not being used on the Invasive Hydrovine. That being said, Maitri doesn't have those 2 decks in hand. His hand is kind of bad. It started off great, but he hasn't drawn any of his win conditions.
Yeah, he hasn't drawn anything that can literally be slapped down on these turns, right? He hasn't drawn the Viego. He hasn't drawn the Hydrovine. He's just missing his top end. He drew another Thresh. But I don't know if Thresh is going to get it done with that Scorched Earth in hand.
And we're at this stage of the game where now Alpha could just drop things like the Leviathan. He could drop Captain Farron.
Yeah.
Chooses Captain Farron. And now, if Maitri doesn't answer these kind of threats quickly, that's a big problem.
Yeah, he's going to ramp up. So he has to answer everything that Alpha was putting on the board. But it looks like instead he's just gonna trade with the Dark Bulb Acolyte.
Ooh, that is a top deck. Viego does hit the board. And now that Viego is available, that Maitri again has some options. If he could keep this Viego on the board, eventually it's likely he'll level up and then start winning the game for him. However, if if Maitri cannot protect him from the hard removal from Elfo, then that whole point's kind of moot.
Take the high ground.
Master your submission or death for all who leave.
What you said? No.
Patrol 1. Patrol
All right.
Throw it up.
3.
We see this darkness. Kills the green glade lookout.
Surrender to me.
Oh, but it makes a mist.
It does make a mess. It's unfortunate. Viego can't chain him though, which is kind of nice. At least not yet. The Hydravines can start
The Hydravine is really nice, huh?
training him. And now we're seeing where Elfo had to Scorched Earth at a time where he really didn't want to, which is making both Viego and Hydravine so good for Maitri here.
Honestly, this is fine. He probably wasn't gonna attack anyways. Why get damage on Viego?
Yeah. I'm starting to feel that the Leviathan was the better pick on turn 8 over Swain, because one of the ways that Maitri, or one of the ways that Alpha will win here is board. And if the board's not getting locked, then eventually these mists are going to chew their way through Alpha's deck.
Indecision is the first of many weaknesses.
I think playing this Fey Folk is very reasonable right now.
You don't want to just slam the pass button?
I think if you slam the pass button, you kind of run the risk of dying. Because we know there are 2 Decimates in the hand of... Unless he knows something I don't. That seems like a troll. Why would he do that?
Oh, to level up Viego faster?
Does he?
Oh.
Alright, so he's going to level up Viego. Steal the Farron. But he's taking 8 damage
Brings the weight below.
from the Decimates.
And then Leviathan.
It's 3. He's 1 off lethal. Pokey stick face. I think Alpha wins this.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to attack.
Does he have enough damage? Actually.
No, yeah, he does.
Does he have enough mana?
Going into next turn, he'll have what? 11? Yeah, nice, good.
So you can't Leviathan and Decimate next turn?
Oh, true. He gives up his Farron.
Farron dying is not a big deal. Or Farron being stolen is not a big deal. So I think you just have to Leviathan here. And then you stun lock him. Why isn't he Leviathaning? I I don't understand why you wouldn't play Leviathan. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. But it doesn't matter. On the opponent's attack turn. Yeah, he had to play Leviathan, because now Swain gets killed. Oh, Pokey into Pokey? He can't ever attack, though. Because if he attacks, Maichi just heals. He could Teemo! He's gonna win the game.
Nothing like the great outdoors.
I genuinely can't believe what I'm seeing. But Alpha found the line. He got the Pokey into the Pokey into...
Wow.
He did it. This should, or I shouldn't say should. This oftentimes wins him the game here.
There's no way he doesn't draw a shroom, right?
So there are 9 shrooms. He's a 1 in 3 chance. He had to Pokey into He had to Pokey into Teemo. He should be out of Pokey sticks. A Death's Hand wins him the game. Swain's dead. Rip. Leviathan would have protected him from that, by the way. The deny! He drew a shroom! Alpha got it!
Oh,
Literally a high roll.
wow.
We did it together.
An incredible high roll finish there for Alpha. And poor Maitri, right? He won the unfavored matchup. And unfortunately, the Pokey into Teemo into a 1/3 shot shroom off the top was enough.
It was enough. So it looks like we got Cephalopod versus Alpha coming into semifinals.
Alright, I'm gonna try and add Alpha. Let's spell something wrong. Oh, I did spell it wrong. Alpha Riboso. There we go.
Oh, is the stream lagging? Let me see. It says I'm not dropping. It says my stream quality is good.
There might be a desync between our voices and our camera. Because we screen cap from Discord, that happens sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know it's not my. I know for once it's not my internet.
All right, who are we waiting on?
Finito versus Reborn.
All right, Alpha just added me. Oh, it's Alpha and Cephalopod.
Yeah.
And yeah, Finito versus Reborn's been taking a minute, which is okay. All right, so Cephalopod looking to get his second win here in our tournaments. making it all the way up to the semifinals. He'll be going against Diego, Zed Poppy, and trying to think of what Elfo's third deck was. Can't remember off the top of my head, but Cephalopod brought Thralls, Zed Poppy, and I'm gonna assume he brought Lux Shuffle. Although I can't confirm because I'm not sure what his third deck is.
Let me see.
Just waiting for the players to get in game.
So Elfo bought Sejuani GP, Zed Poppy, and Swain Timo.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 second, I'll tell you what Cephalopod. Okay. Oh man, I can't just click the link. So, fun fact, I actually made it to matches with a 58% win rate.
Hey, that's kind of sick.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yep. It looks like that last deck was, what's her name? Luxio Folk. It's been getting banned.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, right? It's his deck. Quite literally, he built it. He's been playing it. He's been pushing it all over the place, telling people it's good. He had a very good performance with it on the seasonal broadcast. So
Yeah.
very glad to see him bring it again.
No one wants to play against it. Everybody's just like, nope, I see it, I ban it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense, though. Just trying to, take him off his game. Why not?
Yeah, this will be kind of like a throwback example to the community who's been sticking around competitive for a while. But it's like if you're ever matched up against Filthy Gamer Weeb, you just gotta ban Tia Fizz. Right? Like,
yeah, 100%. Like, why would I try to play into his best deck?
yeah, and Cephalopod, it's getting almost to that degree. Now, he's very good at other decks. Don't get me wrong. But Lux Poppy, that's like his baby. And he's going with it. And it's working for him.
Alright. I don't see anybody in game yet.
Yep, still waiting for him.
See, Finito. Just waiting.
We could just jump into their game. I've Venatio added.
Okay. Let me see if I can add Reborn real quick. Reborn.
The classic race between Reborn adding you and Alpha Cephalopod getting into a game.
Alright, so I'm waiting for him to accept. Oh, it looks like Cephalopod's getting into a match right now.
Oh, yep, there we go. They won the race. I got Alpha.
Okay. Got Cephalopod over here.
All right.
So I did some further investigating, and apparently I don't even know how this happened, but I think I automatically had I had a Showfolk deck already on my copy and paste, so that wasn't that he actually did not bring Showfolk. He brought by what it looks like. Well, it doesn't look like there's another champion in here other than Zoe. I would have said it's Lee Sin, but wait. Oh no, I'm sorry. I had to scroll down. Yeah, it's Lee Sin.
They brought Zoe Lee, Thralls, and what was the third one? Zed Poppy?
Zed Poppy, yes.
Okay, so he's here to beat Plunder. This is like the beat Plunder lineup. And Elfo brought Plunder. So let's see. Cephalopod wants to 2-0 this lineup. That's why you would bring Thralls, Zed Poppy, and
Lee Sin.
thank you, man. My brain. And Lee Sin, right? It's to beat Plunder.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not the best hand for Elfo here. Starting on double harpoon. And he can't proc Plunder on turn 1, and he can't easily proc it on turn 2 to get the nab.
Nothing but the stink of blood and sweat.
Ooh, this is such a good attack here by Cephalopod. Such a good attack. Because that Jagged Butcher gets blocked. Or if that Jagged Butcher blocks, it means there's no way for Elfo to block or proc nab. And a good pass here as well.
Wow.
Cephalopod's kind of playing with him here. He's playing a 2-mana Make It Rain just to proc Plunder on turn 3. This should open up a Shadow Assassin.
Silent as death.
There it
The
is.
Shadow Assassin comes out. Now we're going to get some damage in. We do get the nab and a good hit.
They cannot hide.
Play that for free. He could go wide and then open attack to get 2 out of 5. He could also just play the Yordle Grifter.
I'm not greedy. My
There it is. Wow, what a hit. That might come in hot because we see no combat tricks in the hand of Cephalopod, right?
Yeah, that is true. Putting damage onto Poppy, he's representing a second Make It Rain. Or a Parlay.
Parlay for sure.
He doesn't have any. Or doesn't have either. He also makes Harpoon kill Poppy even if there's a Twin Discipline. So, pretty cool.
I think we just take it? I think we
Do you rawcast the Harpoon? No, you just warning shot Harpoon, right?
no.
But that
because
gets
then we can
notified.
get notified.
That feels bad.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, this is why Zed Poppy is so favored in this matchup. It kind of forks the Plunder deck in really uncomfortable positions and then pushes through.
True. Nah, I think he had to take that Harpoon there. Because him going for it now is like, okay.
one good turn, hey friendo.
The first one gets notified. The second one does kill the Poppy, but that's still 6 mana and an extra. But it gets notified out of the hand, I suppose.
Yeah, but you could have still did this and those elusive wouldn't have gotten buffed.
And you'd have an extra card in your hand.
The Yordle here's with me.
Kind of dire straits here. I'm imagining we might just see Sejuani trying to board, but a Golden Aegis
Gonna save.
will shut down
Yep. Looks like a pretty good play to me.
all of the threat.
He will get a plunder. He will be able to get a plunder proc through here with the pull, but I mean,
Bristle, attack! We know the value of coin.
I think he just.
7 damage. I think pulling the other way was actually better because he doesn't block with the 3/3 ever.
Oh, blocking with the, pulling with the 2/2. He would have
No, I
got
think
one
you-
more damage in, right?
I think you pull the 032 Sejuani.
Oh no, I think you get less damage that way, no?
I wouldn't expect him to block at all if you do that. And then you push 8.
Oh, true. This way, he has a little bit of leeway.
But with that range resolve in hand, he would have blocked. Yeah, things just not really looking good. This is 6 damage unanswered. An open attack is lethal, yeah. And no answers in the hand of Elfo.
Goes for the Poppy.
Still no answers in
Nah,
the
still
hand of
no
the.
answers. How close is this Sejuani to flipping? Oh, only thing he could have gotten was like double. He needed like double warning shot here. No, it's over.
And a
Yeah,
ghost
ghost.
for
Yeah.
good measure.
Yeah,
If this wasn't lethal, he had a rat to deal even more damage
True.
if he needed.
Yeah, no, I think that was lethal no matter what. Cause he would have just
Yep.
rallied and still did. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was lethal.
So quick game 1 here by Seth.
Cephalopod's plan here is to basically 2-0 the plunder deck. So far,
Yeah, 100%.
So far, plan good to go.
Yeah, not only that, but like he's also pretty good into aggro decks because of Lee Sin and because of Thralls are good into non-rally aggro decks. So it's just like a really good matchup spread. I think it's a really strong lineup to bring in this format. Now the format does change starting tomorrow. So if you're trying to net deck and line up, I'm not sure if this tournament would be the one to watch, although it is quite entertaining. Do keep in mind that we have the format changing tomorrow. We'll have more cards.
Yep. New expansion coming out. Everyone's excited for these new cards. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. So we do see in the hand of Cephalopod, he does have that eye.
He does have the Eye of the Dragon. He doesn't have any spells though, which makes it kind of awkward.
That is true.
Opting not to play Zoe. Zoe's weak into Parlay. It doesn't have any protection for it. It's also weak into a Make It Rain. So things are, despite this being a favorite matchup for Zoe Lee at the highest levels of play, it's a really good start by Elfo Rabioso. But he does have a double Jagged Butcher turn. He has GP in hand. He has Make It Rain. He will be leveling up swiftly.
I bear a message from. Oh, hey, what's that?
Cephalopod shows him the emote, the Talia emote, the calm down.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty bad Make It Rain. You know that Cephalopod has mana left for something like a Twin Discipline or a Pale Cascade, and you've already hit the Nexus this turn. So that's effectively a wasted Make It Rain, and not only that, but that spell, that Twin Discipline cast, gave him another Dragon.
That's very true.
Of course, you could just play a second Make It Rain. It looks pretty good. But it's missing Zoe. Does hit the Nexus, but it missed Zoe. Cephalopod trying to find a way to cast more spells this turn. He wants a Dragonling next turn. Don't think he could get it. He
Nah, I
could
think
bubble and Star Chart. Just going for the deep med, getting more spells in his hand. His hand's pretty awkward, not gonna lie. Maybe Star Chart into Moon Silver would have been better to get that, the Dragonling.
So he's taking 7 here. That's odd. That's a big number.
Yeah, a big number indeed. And now I'm expecting something like the Monkey Idol to be played out. It's not overly committal into something like a Wetheppls. And yeah, Cephalopod definitely on the back foot here. It looks like we're having a Harpoon. Don't want the Zoe getting any damage in or living for too much longer. The Zenith Blade does still resolve and does draw Blade, which is pretty solid.
So here we got Crescent Strike. Oh, he takes the Crescent Strike, but we got some pretty good picks there.
Yeah, the Crescent Strike is there for Gangplank. The turn that Gangplank drops, if it's Elfo's attack token, it's an instant Crescent Strike. So if I'm Elfo, I want to be playing around that by playing this turn and then open attacking.
GP is leveled. Slam down the DP here.
Yep, and this negates Crescent Strike in its, entirety, because the open attack is the one threatening him here. So let's see what he can invoke. He takes the Moon Glow, does make him take less damage, should he choose to play it. He takes 3 less overwhelm damage if it blocks GP. Despite this fast start for Elfo, Cephalopod has answers. He's double Will of Ionia, Crescent Strike, and Concussive Palm. If he could draw Lee Sin, maybe on his next attack, I think he might even be favored to win here.
I mean, yeah, he has a lot of answers in hand right now.
Although it is hard to say, this is a 3 damage Powderful Explosion.
Yeah, this is gonna kill his whole board. Yep, he Will of Ionia's the leveled up GP, but we do see Elfo can just play it over again, and then save money the following turn.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah, and without a Lee Sin, I don't think, on this turn anyway, Cephalopod will be able to have enough mana next turn to win. With only a Lee Sin, especially because even if he does drop Lee Sin, Sejuani's in the hand of El Revio, which can lower his starting point for when he tries to climb up his attack power.
You think we go for trying to kill this GP? I guess Cephalopod thinks so.
I guess so. Yeah, you killed GP. You heal for 6. Actually, you'll end up healing for 8. That doesn't sound bad. Not Twin Discipline.
Wait, no Twin Discipline?
Why?
Wait, why? That has to be wrong, right?
Fight for your lives.
Why wouldn't he Twin Discipline?
Bow to no one.
I'm not sure why. Because he's gonna will Ionia anyway? And Twin Discipline might save him 3 HP? He would have gained back to 3 HP?
Oh, because if he goes for development here, then he gets value off of the crescent.
The crescent?
If not, then he concussive palms it.
The dragon binds us.
Okay. Okay, this is not bad. No, it's not bad. I can see the play.
So is a bait
Yeah,
to replay GP?
it was a bait to play GP again. Ofo did not take the
Okay.
bait.
I would have taken the bait.
Same. I also would have taken the bait.
I would have taken the bait. Well done here, I guess, by Cephalopod and Alpha. Unfortunately, Cephalopod just cannot find GP. Or Lee Sin, sorry. And even if he does, there is a warning shot in the hand of Alpha. And I imagine it's not coming out of his hand until Lee Sin's pointing lethal in his direction.
True.
Although, even if Lee Sin's at 0 power, he does send Sejuani back to their hand, and that could get very annoying. Once you do it a few times, it really limits the mana.
What do we take here? Do we just go for the written in the start? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think we're supposed to just start dealing with his champions. Because it's going to get really hard for us, and Lee Sin doesn't really look like a way for us to win the game. Like, slowly, Lee Sin is looking like not the answer, right?
Yeah, so you got to comment the Sejuani here. And after you comment the Sejuani, they could replay GP. So you can't actually comment Sejuani.
Oh, he's stopping the life still here.
Yep, very smart. So Cephalopod knows that GP is in the hand of Elf. A second Eye of the Dragon. They're not active yet. Elfo being nice and patient. The Eye of the Dragon is not active here. And he just keeps drawing these warning shots. The Yordle Grifter. Likely a concussive palm.
One sec. Yo, what's up?
Alright, so likely a concussive palm here. Only taking 3 damage. A Fury of the North potentially could have been lethal. Chooses not to go for it. Instead, trading down the board where he can.
Wait, so can you hear me now?
And the deny. Alpha Raviosa is kind of getting everything he needs. The Dragonlings are open, but Lee Sin is not anywhere to be seen. We have 2 burst damage already for Alpha Raviosa. Only 3 HP for Cephalopod. Refusing to let Eye of the Dragon do what they do best, which is heal. Twin Discipline. Cephalopod gonna be healing anyway. Back up to 5. Still wants to activate the Side of the Dragon. Man, Lee Sin has to be the least drawn card in the game. Cephalopod has 3 Lee Sins in the bottom 12 of his deck.
I don't know. Maybe we were supposed to written in the stars Lee Sin there.
Maybe. But if you get Zoe, what if you do that and you get Zoe?
Oh, yeah, we're just... Yeah.
How terrible would that be?
Yeah, that would be really bad.
He really wants to activate an Eye of the Dragon. He just can't. What's he gonna do? Hush?
Is it? I don't
He's
know.
hushing. Hush isn't even that good here.
Wait, how come he hushed?
To proc the
to
Eye of the
proc
Dragon.
the eyes.
But it's not really that good.
I hear both of you.
Wait, how come he played the third eye?
Just as a blocker. Because Alpha is going to be so wide. So now he's 6 blockers. Assuming Ice Shard didn't go through. It does. He didn't Notify it. Interesting. Maybe he wants to Notify and make it rain. Or Parlay or something.
He doesn't know that Elfo has a deny, right?
No, right? And that, I mean, he could be playing around it. He knows how many cards are in his deck. He knows that they can't be drawing Zoe, Lisa, and he knows. Also, I believe he's only drawn 1 champion, Cephalopod. He's drawn 39 cards, and Cephalopod finally taps out. That was a long game too. Cephalopod not able to get there with Zoe Lisa. His champions were the bottom 11 cards. That makes it hard. He did stall out very well. Well played. Unfortunately, not able to get there though.
I think maybe instead of that obliterate, he probably should have taken the Written in the Stars and tried his luck to get a Lee Sin, but it would have been so weird, right? Because if he didn't hit Lee Sin, it would have felt really, really, really bad.
Right. Also, not playing it forced Alpha to be super patient with his champions. Like, he never redeveloped P there. And it's because of things like Comet and Crescent Strike that he had. So it's really hard to say how the game would have been different if he showed the stars and drew Lee Sin. I mean, I think he eventually has to assume he's going to draw Lee Sin. Just off the top.
Yeah.
He has 3 of them in the deck. He went down to the bottom 11. Unfortunate for Cephalopod.
I mean, look this game.
Tails all this time. He's probably going to take the messenger. But how fun would concurrent timelines be?
My spirit, not my fist.
That would be a funny concurrent timelines. Got Solario on 3. We play Priestess. So I think we definitely take Comet, right? For Leviathan?
That makes sense.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Yep.
Yep.
Take a Comet. We got Telescope.
Probably just gonna be a Trickster. Impact Poro. I like the Impact Poro. The cool part about it is that it does non-combat damage. Which helps support Lee Sin. Or support Swain.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You think this deck would be crazy if they somehow like was able to fit a Bandle Tree in this deck?
I'm not sure if you run enough multi-region units for it to work out.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. You probably don't run enough. 'Cause at least in Bandle Tree, you're running basically every region you have access to.
Right. I'm kind of expecting when the patch goes live, Ziggs Poppy to be the Bandle Tree deck. And it move away from the burn plan, move to more mid-range. I think it's going to be well positioned to do that with the new Yordle. The Yordle Explorer.
Leo, you're
We'll have to find out.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely see it for sure. Oh, here comes Lee Sin.
And a Calling Strike in the hand of our Teemo Swain. Let's see if he's going to play it out. Going for the stun first. Maybe trying to get Cephalopod to tap below. Man. Alright. No, Ceph isn't tapping below. So he's going to hang on to that Conquering Strike for now. Conquering Strike, of course, also kills Zoe.
Back, heretic.
Their heartbeats quicken.
Really? We're gonna take some damage onto our Lee Sin? Huh.
He does have that second Lee Sin. So he doesn't need to worry about protecting it so much. He also doesn't have any Eye of the Dragon, so he's favoring protecting health total. On the cycle. Finds a gift from beyond. That is representing an Eye of the Dragon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said don't still want the cupcakes, right? We should be done around like 11:30. Or a little bit before that. Because after this is semifinals. After this, we go to finals.
Conflict is all in the mind.
Alright, deep bet. This Lee Sin is only at 3 out of 8. With that being said, he has a bunch of spells in hand. With the gifts from beyond and the Sin spells, so he has options.
This flock is about to come in really hot. He goes for the poison dart first.
Trying to chip away at the health total. It makes Pale Cascade not beat the flock.
True.
Yeah. I guess he didn't need to do it in that order. He could have flocked and then poison darted and that. He also doesn't want the flock damage to just get barriered.
I mean, isn't it? Wait. I don't think Cephalopod can do that, actually.
Yeah, because now he'd lose.
But he has Deny.
Yeah, it is a Notify. Notify, kind of saving him here. Otherwise, he would not be allowed to do, or else Pokey and Flock, which is kind of crush him.
No, I think he can. I mean, he'd be using so much resources on one Lee Sin, though.
He's just trying to level it up at this point. Lee Sin is only at 5 out of 8. He really needs it to be 8 out of 8 real quick. It's turn 8, and our Swain players trying to round the corner. A good comment.
Yeah, that's an amazing comment. That comment saves the game. It gives Cephalopod another turn, and of course another proc for Lee Sin.
I kind of don't like the Guiding Touch. Actually, no, it's good. I was going to say I don't like it because then you can't bait the flock. But this Swain Teemo deck, you don't want to bait the flock because they have so many ways to damage it on the stack. Mm-hmm. And as long as it's damaged, it can be targeted. So he doesn't want to be targeted at right now because he might be trying to go for it now. We do see the Zenith Blade, and that will be enough once it resolves to level.
We do see a sentry in the hand of Elfo. So he's not gonna be able to go for the kill this turn. There it is.
Alright, nice patience here by Cephalopod. Some lesser players might decide to deny that and try and win anyway. But he would not have lethal, and he would be expending way too much mana if he took that line. Instead, he's playing to protect his Lee Sin. And now getting cards out of the hand of Elfo here. Lee Sin, or Zoe, exerting quite a bit of pressure. Does fall, but at what cost? The win con for Elfo here is to stick a Leviathan and a level. If you can stun lock Lee Sin, he can't actually ever kill. Unfortunately, we're probably going to see another Obliterate here.
Wow.
And with that, it gets very hard for Elfo to just win the game. How does he deal with Lee Sin? He could Swain. And then ping the Nexus. Stunning Lee Sin.
Choose to
And
go
attacking.
for nothing. No, I think he had to play Swain that turn, right?
Yeah, and then Swain might have got commented.
True.
But it's really hard to say because it's very easy to say that lethal might be pushed here. Cephalopod is getting kind of over that line where it's becoming very, very difficult to deal with the Lee Sin, and he might just OTK. He accepted it. He could have denied here. Of course, we do have caster vision. You generally don't want to be giving the Teemo Swain player this much time because they can always threaten it unlock, but they're protected by Comet. Alright, so Cephalopod slowing the game down. Willing to let it go at least another 2 rounds. Using all their clock. We were speed running the early portion of the tournament, but the players slowing down the pace, knowing that they're so close. They're in the semifinals. They're close to taking that first place. Alright, lots of damage being presented here. There's a concussive palm.
Back heretic.
So 5 damage coming through, plus 1 from the poison dart. That makes 6. A Concologist. I mean, there are ways here. Alpha might be able to pull this one out. Maybe a little bit too much patience.
By Cephalopod?
By Cephalopod. Depending on what Concologist can hit, there might be a way through. It's 5 damage. A 6th damage is coming out from the poison dart. There are 4 puff caps in the deck of Zoe, Lisa. Let's see if this removes a puff cap from the deck.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
Wait, his cards left went up by 2. The guy just caught a bug. I don't think he actually has 16 cards left. Because it showed his 14 and then went up to 16 once Crescendo resolved. That was weird.
His cards went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bug.
So now I don't know what to believe. But the puff cap number did not go down, which means that he's more like cap now than he was previously. All right, Comet goes out. Second Swain! I think Cephalopod was too patient. If he draws...
If he draws a shroom, then it's over.
No mushroom!
no
There it
mushroom.
is. There it is. He had almost a 50-50 shot
Yeah, I think he has it here.
at taking it. Does he have a way to pump the damage up high enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yep. And there we have it. He dodges the mushroom and pushes through for what is... Okay, I was like, wait, it's going to stun. But it wouldn't stun because he's not in the back row.
Exactly.
All right, there we go. Cephalopod going to the grand final again. Oh, I believe it's his second appearance here. This is his third top 4. And his second grand finals appearance. All right, so it looks like we'll be having Venatio against Cephalopod. I already have Venatio added.
Okay, and I have Cephalopod.
Or at least I
He's good to
did.
go.
He might be offline. Or they unfriended me. No, Venatio is offline right now.
Yes.
Venatio is currently offline. Edward says second final for Venatio in 2 weeks. True. True. But he's offline. Edward, do you know where he is? I mean, I'm down giving him
Mushroom
some time.
Elfo, you almost made it.
Oh, true.
You
Oh,
almost made it.
I
It
know.
was so close, actually. It was actually so close.
Yeah, Cephalopod, I think, was almost a little too patient in that game. Instead of just kind of going for the OTK. When he had, like, deny for the stuns. Alright, Venatio is offline. We've never had this happen before.
Your son?
Were we messaged in the Discord?
And had it in the water submerged.
Wait, he's online now.
He's logging in. Okay, he's logging in.
What happened?
Submerged by phone and the
Well, our phones are waterproof.
Whose phone is waterproof?
Both of ours.
Alright, cool.
Always. Our phones are waterproof. Put it in rice, and it'll be fine.
Alright, Venatio is back. Whew. Dodged a very anticlimactic ending. I'm glad that they're here. I'm ready to play. So Edward brought up in the chat, this is Venatio's second final in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
These
really?
Ninetales players, they're looking kind of good. They're looking kind of good. I don't know if they're in Runeterra Academy, but based off their performances here, they should
doing
be.
work. Nah, Venatio's been putting in work.
Yeah, he had to take out a teammate in Reborn earlier on, and he had to take out a different teammate in round 1 as well on his way here.
He said, except Alpha kind of destroyed us second night. yeah, he kind of destroyed it. Kind of destroyed you guys tonight, but I mean, he was playing super well. Honestly, he was playing super well today. I feel like Alpha plays
And
super
the
well
top-
every night. to
Wait,
be honest.
wait, Elfo, I don't know if you're still here, but you can't say mushroom mod check when you mushroom praged and won earlier on a shot. when you went pokey into Teemo into a top deck
It's a top
mushroom
deck. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
to find exact lethal. That was nuts. That was nuts.
Pokey into team.
No mushroom mod check for you. We saw that. All right.
Nah, that was nutty actually.
That was against my tree? Yes. Yes, it was. Pokey into Teemo. It was not fair.
Let somebody do that to me. I would be highly upset.
I was playing a ladder game earlier when I was climbing to master, and I was playing against Plunder, and I had 3 HP left, and my opponent had 3 face down warning shots. I was like, wait, they GG'd me. I was like, how I'm gonna win, and they were just like, warning shot. I was like, oh.
Yo, what's up with you and warning shots? Like, you always lose to warning shots.
I know, that's insane.
That's insane, actually.
All right, Elfo and Cephalopod need to get in the game. Still waiting on them.
You mean Venatio?
Oh yes, I do.
We actually already saw the Elfo versus Cephalopod game. It was pretty amazing. Cephalopod showing us how to play some Lee Sin for all the Lee Sin fans out there. There you go. You got your gameplay. I'm sure it'll probably get banned in the next game, but there's the Lee Sin gameplay for you to check out. Just gotta rewind the tournament because let's be honest here. Lee Sin's not getting changed, right? Coming into the next balance patch, so
Right.
In best of 3 tournaments, I mean that isn't that the fun of best of 3s, right? That you could play pretty much any really good deck, and Lee Sin is one of those really good decks. So if you ever wanted experience knowing how to play that deck, there you go.
All right, their game is about to begin. Here we are for the grand finals of the Mystic Shot Weekly number 8. We have 2 repeat finalists. Right, Cephalopod, he's taken one of these home, and Venatio last week came in second, so it should be a good one here.
Yep. So hopefully Venatio can take it home tonight.
You're rooting for Venatio? Then I'll root for Cephalopod.
I'll root for Venatio.
No, I'm gonna be a super biased caster here. Cephalopod is actually just the best player that's ever touched a card. All right,
He's the best NA player, right?
World. No,
Wow.
dare I say universe?
Wow, universe.
Yes.
I don't know.
He is the intelligent being that other aliens to be. All right, there's no chance he's defeated here. Cephalopod going to be winning this one. All memes aside, I do expect a good series between these 2 players.
No, yeah, for sure.
Doran gave up.
Wait, really?
I guess Doran doesn't want $5, so I guess Alpha can have it. Give him a little more time to see if.
No, he actually gave up. Yeah, legit.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
I just checked the ladder. I mean the bracket. He actually gave up. Wow.
All right. So we have Thralls against Viego. Third place, you're rich. True, Alpha. True.
Easy clap.
So in this matchup, both, it seems to me, and perhaps I just need to put more time on both these decks, but it seems to me that both decks are simply playing solid. And if Thralls can pop off fast enough, they win. And if they get a little bit too slow, and like Viego and a Hydrovine stick, then Viego wins. That's what it seems like. Now, will Vionia? It's a good answer to Frozen Thralls, even if they high roll. So maybe this is going to be a-okay for Venatio, even if some Thralls do indeed get turboed out. The 4-mana summon of Frozen Thrall doesn't feel good, but Cephalopod knows the dire need of getting these Thralls out as soon as possible.
He has a lot of acceleration in hand and even doubling, but he didn't have a Thrall there.
Right. I think he's going to look for Talia. Is there a Talia option?
No, he has Frozen Thrall, Time in the Bottle, and 3 Sisters.
Pass. I think you're looking for Talia. I think you really want Talia here, only because you have the doubling in hand. Went with the Thrall. Interesting.
I would honestly no. I would have to. I would think he went for the pass, and just drew the Thrall. I don't. I think out of all 3 of those, that was the worst of the decisions, right?
I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call. I'm sure he's trying to think of more things than I can at the moment. Double Will Vionia hand for, and he draws the Talia. So, if this isn't terrible for Cephalopod, Venatio has the answers, but with the doubling available, this means that there can be 4 Frozen Thralls, and only 2 of them can be bounced back to the hand. Which is a good sign for Cephalopod. That's 16 overwhelm damage going through.
I don't think he can go for it.
Elpo
this turn, right?
says on a different Mystic Shot tournament, he finished in 4th place, and now he's happy he finished in 3rd. Pog. You hate Talia Lys? I like it. That's good.
Always banned.
I've started to play it in the last couple of days because I want to learn it for next season.
Oh.
Yeah, passing here is just always good for Cephalopod. He's burning less mana than Venatio, and he's taking down his win condition, or his primary win condition, and he doesn't need to double it right now. He could pop him as soon as he wants. I'm sure he's going to double it this turn, so we could summon them at burst speed next turn.
Point the way, and I'll make the way.
These are 4 Frozen Thralls coming out. Will Vionia is such a good answer to this, though.
Yeah, to the Thralls.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes either.
Talia says, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes either. Oh, you smell good, Levi. So Thrush isn't leveling here, right?
No, he's only at 2 out of 6.
Oh, okay.
It's only 7 HP for Cephalopod. I really do think that Venatio has enough answers in hand to be just fine. Especially because these Thralls, once a few of them get Will of Ioniad, aren't going to be threatening enough damage to end the game. And with tools like a Spirit Refuge in hand, the damage that they do won't entirely stick. See the response here. If he taps below double will, things might get interesting. Like if he plays the Hydrovan. And fourth. 4 Frozen Thralls.
All rocks erode eventually.
That's awesome. That needs to be like your text alert whenever you get texted. That sound.
That's actually funny.
That'd be great. Talia levels up.
Oh, that's Talia level up. That's actually pretty big here.
Yeah, an unblocked Talia deals 10 damage to the face.
That's nothing to sky.
So that means you need to block one of these Talias, or the Talia, more than you need to block a
Thrall. True. Yeah, he's gonna do it on attack. Smart, really smart. So here comes the double will.
How much damage is this? He puts him down to 2 and the Blight Ravine wins! Why is Cephalopod so good? Wait, he's not gonna win yet. Oh, he can't even Spirit Refuge.
Why? Oh, he doesn't have enough mana.
He could Vile Feast and be down to 1. He could Vile Feast and be down to 1 HP.
Does he see the line?
I'm sure he sees the Vile Feast. Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
Alright, now that spider will die. But it doesn't matter. He just taps out. He doesn't want any more of this. Wow.
Wow. Cephalopod really set that up beautifully, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's such a good player. I think he may be better than most. I don't want to say anyone, but he seems to find these timing windows, and he's like, all right, I'm going to win on this turn. And he figures it out like 4 turns in advance and plays it out. And he hits the window very, very well. Done it. He did it in one seasonal against Majin Bay, and he was playing deep against Ezdraven. It was really cool. He's kind of done it again here, where he identified how exactly he was going to win, even by playing around things like a Will of Ionia and or double Will or double Palm. In any of those situations, right, he was able to play around them all by leveling up the Talia with the extra Frozen Thrall and the Blighter. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Now he played around all that stuff pretty beautifully there, actually. That is the difference between a regular just LOR player and a pro. Honestly, like
right.
Cephalopod.
Right.
So here we see Lee Sin versus Viego. In your, because I'm not really versatile with Viego, would you say that Viego is favored in Lee Sin?
Calm down.
One second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's a 50-50 matchup. Straight up.
Okay.
Yep. With that being said, Venatio has a pretty insane hand in terms of ramping these mists. He's double Carnivoran Soldier and double Hydrovine and his Viego. So he has most of the answers that he could ever possibly need. We really like the Green Glade Lookout here. Makes it a Hydrovine cheaper.
Patrol 1, Patrol 2, Patrol 3.
I wouldn't be shocked if this is a Calibrum.
Oh, nope. He's still going
Alright,
for
going
high.
for the Christian. That's fine. Perfectly reasonable. I just wouldn't have been shocked if it was a Calibrum to try and kill the Lookout.
Breathe out.
Mm-hmm.
So Venatio being patient here with the Lookout because he can't protect it from the 2-2, which I really like. He only needs to get 1 or 2 strikes in, so he's allowing himself to find a second way to strike with it, if need be. And if not, he'll get the strike in later, which is fine.
Oh, that draw Nope is really good hit, right? So now he can stop this Valve Feast on his Zoe if need be.
Now, if Cephalopod has an insane read on this situation, he makes sure that this Green Glade Lookout does not strike this turn. Because if it strikes this turn, if Venatio has an invasive Hydrovine, he could play it next turn, and he does not want that to happen.
Yeah, that's true. Him playing that Hydrovine next turn, I don't know if he want. I mean, he does have a Obliterate in hand, but of course he doesn't want him to play it before the time, right?
Right.
Yeah, he just passes. Venatio is like, I'm just waiting to see what you're trying to do. So he takes Calibrum. Oh, goes for the Valvis. Draws a Guiding Touch.
Alright, good passes here. Making sure the Lookout does not reduce a unit for no reason. Thresh, very likely to kill Zoe. And even with all this prepping and all this planning and denying the Green Glade Lookout from being able to attack, and reducing the cost of things, as we're kind of dragging the game out, sorry, there's a audio bug in Runeterra. Alright, it's resolved. Alright, you're getting in this situation where both players are supporting their win con how they want to. We have the Viego player with all the tools, and we have the Zoe Lee Sin player with Zoe and Lee Sin. Plenty of spells, as Zenith Blade, right? They're doing what they want to do. It's just a matter of playing around the final answers that each other will have. Namely, for Venatio, it's the Will of Ionia just sending back Lee to the hand.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's probably gonna come down to, right? Him being able to get rid of the Lee Sin once he's played, like how he's able to maneuver Lee Sin. But now we're on the Hydrovine turn, right? So this is when stuff starts getting super awkward. Because Cephalopod did already cash in that Obliterate here. So a Hydra Vine hitting the board.
Force is meaningless without skill.
There's Lee Sin.
Pleasure to see you, Master.
A Will of Ionia and plus Viego would not be terrible. But I think we might just see a Hydravine. Although the Hydravine could just get kicked back.
Yeah.
Because it can't be protected. So maybe it's a soldier here.
Nah, he's gonna Will of Ionia.
Yeah, it's simply a mana positive play.
The Hydra Vine.
Force is meaningless without
There's Lee Sin.
skill.
Right.
Pleasure to see you, Master.
It's probably pretty likely Venatio just sends in the Spiderling to try and die. It's taking up board space and it doesn't really need it to.
Well, he also just cashed in the Glinglade Lookout here to see if he trades with it.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Worst case scenario, it dies. Going on to turn 9 next turn, it doesn't really matter if it dies. They have plenty of mana.
I mean, here now, Viego's getting a lot more value off of the units dying now, so I could I could see this being pretty good.
So the question will be, how does Cephalopod answer this? Because with the Guiding Touch, heal up a little bit. Levels up Lee Sin, which is a win condition for him. He doesn't have Deny backup in his hand just yet, which he needs to be able to beat Will of Ionia.
Chooses not to block.
Ooh. The second Viego is a Despair. And Despair can just point and click and kill either Zoe or Sin, which one he feels is.
That is true. You could just get rid of Lee Sin here.
Center your spin.
I mean, it seems like Cephalopod's kind of banking on the fact that he needs to get a. Oh wait, he doesn't even have enough mana now.
Yeah, and due to the nature of this open attack, a Will of Ionia is pretty likely, and it only loses to Deny. We have to say Venatio is going to play around Deny, or he does not have to. He has second Viego, so he chooses not to play around Deny.
Oh.
Viego gets sent back to hand.
Oh, Viego doesn't even die. Oh yeah, no. That's amazing, actually. Yeah, he doesn't have to do anything there.
Might even still see Despair. Good patience. He's tapped down. He's tapped below deny mana. He can simply despair here.
There it is. Yeah, he's tapped below. I think we go for it. He's tapped below deny. We're probably never gonna get another chance like this. Really?
I fight with my
He's passive?
The entire board of Cephalopod will have lifesteal soon.
Yeah, I think he has to go for his despair.
Alright, and now he's going for despair. Alright, right now there are no natural fearsome blockers, and Viego is a 10-9. But Zoe's leveled up, and of course there are ways for Cephalopod to bump the attack of 3 of these units. Probably see a Twin Disciplines and a Pale Cascade. Okay, Guiding Touch and a Pale Cascade.
Okay, there's another Lee Sin.
How close is this Viego? He's at 9. After this ephemeral dies, he's at 15. As soon as Wolf or Lee Sin's played, I imagine we'll see a concussive palm.
Force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
There's no way for an elusive to hit the field for Cephalopod, which would be another route for victory.
Yep, especially with a leveled up Zoe now.
There's a potential for a 5-mana Hydrovine. So that's going to be fun for Cephalopod to deal with.
5 mana. Why is Hydrovine 5 mana? I mean, the Green Day Lookout was just looking out for him, right?
He's seen him for a long time. Yeah, a simple pass here. I like the pass. It really means that Viego can't progress, you know, in any way, shape, or form, to the point where Venatio might consider playing a Will of Ionia on just so he could have
Oh, he has 2 Lee Sins in there.
leveled up Viego. Venatio needs to trade down his board, attacks with everything except for Viego. Makes sense.
How's it going?
Unfortunately, we are in this stalemate position, and I'm not experienced enough with the decks to figure out who wins it from this stalemate.
Oh, I think because Cephalopod drew that deny there, I think he ultimately wins it, right?
There's also a deny in the hand of
Oh yeah, true. It's also
Venatio.
yeah, you're right. So
I
close.
really, ooh man. So the really aggressive play would be to Will Vionia his own unit before he summoned the Hydrovine. That way Viego's level up can start working. Because right now it just doesn't work because nothing's dying, which is the issue for him. So Cephalopod might be just waiting until he can play another Solari Priestess and give everything a live and win.
Choose the right time to strike.
Kind of a side storyline going on here is that there are only 13 cards left in the Zoe Leeson player's hand.
Oh, deck.
Yeah, so maybe we might be in such a stalemate that there's a deck out.
Our enemies cannot hide.
Just going for a kill onto the Viego.
Prepare yourself.
Alright, going for the recall into the Viego. Probably see a Will Vionio first. I think Cephalopod might have lost a little bit of patience here. Probably denying to deny. Cephalopod did not need to kill these extra units that were on the board. By killing the extra units, he's making space for the Hydrovine to start ramping up again. Alright, so Viego will return to the hand. It means that he loses his kind of level up progress. But he does have the mana to simply be replayed. Whereas Lee Sin cannot.
She waits for me beyond the mist, my queen.
Wait, is that a bug? How come Viego's a 5/4 for me?
I think it is a bug. It's a
Okay.
visual bug.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, if we check the eye, he's an 11-10.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, this is the last name. This is our finals.
0 out of 20 again? Yeah.
Oh yeah, reset. It reset back to 0. Because you will have Ionian did.
He's trying so hard to get his units to die.
I mean,
If there was no maximum board space in this game,
Viego would be really
Venatio would have won a few minutes ago. Is this last game if Venatio wins? Or do we have a whole nother game?
No, we have another game if Venatio wins.
Ready yourself.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, he needs to Vile Feast his own Green Glade Lookout this turn so he could play another Hydrovine. 8. Yeah, he needs to Vile Feast his Green Glade Lookout here.
Oh, so he can have space?
Yep.
Pleasure to see you.
Oh wait, he can't. He still doesn't have space because it replaces itself.
Wait, how much is Viego at? 7? 8? Wait, no, I think he...
15. Wait, he can twin disciplines.
Yeah, he can...
He should double twin.
He can double twin, yeah. No.
He ran out of time. The timer ticks fast now.
Oh.
It ticks fast now. But yeah, double twin would have been the line, and now we're going to see a game and play. I think. Just play the Phoenix, Cephalopod. Just play the Phoenix. Oh man, the timer. He could have. It would have only killed Lee Sin. And then the Phoenix might have won anyway. I think Lee Sin eventually found the way.
Yeah.
With the Zoe level up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. With the Zoe level up, I think he found the way. I think he was able to heal just enough to be able to make it through this.
Our enemies cannot hide. Strike firm. Center your spear.
Although him not ending the game on this turn has me scared.
Wait, why isn't he ending this game here?
Alright, he's gonna end the game. I lied. This is lethal damage.
This is lethal, yeah. He's just...
Wait, it's actually not lethal if there's not another buff. He's 3 buffs. Alright, this game's done. We're over. We're going to bed. We had a good time. But there's a triple twin discipline in the hand of Cephalopod.
Yeah, no, he has triple twin discipline plus the resonating strike. Yeah, it's over. This is, yeah, no, this is passing.
And Cephalopod takes it. I told you. I said I was going to... You root for Venatio, so I took Cephalopod's side. I said, best player in the universe. And I think he should... He's at least quite talented there. Good game, Venatio, and good games. With that being said, we will be having our podcast tomorrow. We'll talk about, of course, the new patch and how we're feeling about it so far.
Yeah.
I will talk about how I'm a terrible human and am playing all the old tier 1 decks to farm LP. Alright. Although I probably will play a little bit of the Kennen Ezreal and Kennen Ari stuff. And my Kennen Copium, my Kennen Blade stack. I am going to play that a bit. Okay, day 2, I'm going to be that guy who just farms the new decks with the old decks. But yeah, what do you got for us, we the peoples?
Oh, no. All I'm going to say is that, yo, Cephalopod, bro, every time I get to watch him play, it's always like a musician, bro. It's like watching orchestra. Like, I'm sorry, I'm like super tired right now, but it's like, you know, the guy that orchestrates all the music, and he's just like, that's Cephalopod. He's the conductor, bro. He's just able to just make it happen. But it's always great watching him play. Venatio also played really well. But both the players played really well tonight. We'll be definitely talking about the new patch coming into tomorrow on the Mystic Shop podcast. So you guys stay tuned for that. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back. I feel like me and Doey are both really tired right now.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired. As soon as I said bye, I'm gonna hang up on you. And I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm really tired right
here.
now, bro. I was like falling out. Not because I don't love Runeterra, bro. But I'm actually fatigued right now. But we'll see it. We'll see everybody tomorrow. I should be refreshed and good to go. Same thing with Doey. But who we gonna raid, bro? Who we gonna raid?
Who we gonna raid? See, that's too much thought for me. We've been casting for 3.5 hours.
Yo.
I don't need 4 viewers. They could go find their own people. If I had more, I would send them. But
okay. All right. So everybody have a good night, and we'll see everybody tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mystic Shot Podcast. You guys have a great night.
all right, see you guys. All right, I'm actually gonna hang up on you and go to bed.
All right, bro. You have a good night. Yeah, I'm freaking tired.